You are never too good for anything. Always be willing to do everything. Don't let winning make you soft. Don't let losing make you quiet. Don't let your teammates down in any situation. Great things in business are never done by one person. They're done by a team of people. There will come a time when you believe everything is finished. That will be the beginning. Do not let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. If you have knowledge, let others light their candles in it. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. The secret of getting started is breaking your complex, overwhelming tasks into smaller manageable tasks, and then starting on the first one. It is never too late to be what you might have been. Your income is directly related to your philosophy, not the economy. Let me tell you the secret that has led me to my goals. My strength lies solely in my tenacity. Diligence is the mother of good luck. Build something 100 people love, not something 1 million people kind of like. As you start your journey, the first thing you should do is throw away that store-bought map and begin to draw your own. I know the price of success: dedication, hard work, and an unremitting devotion to the things you want to see happen. My first job was washing dishes in the basement of a nursing home for $2.10 an hour, and I learned as much about the value of hard work there as I ever did later. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. I believe in the dignity of labor, whether with head or hand, that the world owes no man a living but that it owes every man an opportunity to make a living. There's nothing wrong with staying small. You can do big things with a small team. There is only one boss, the customer. And he can fire everybody in the company, from the chairman on down, simply by spending his money somewhere else. If everything seems under control, you're just not going fast enough. In the business world, everyone is paid in two coins: cash and experience. Take the experience first, the cash will come later. In order to discover new lands, one must be willing to lose sight of the shore for a very long time. Luck. I don't know anything about luck. I've never banked on it, and I'm afraid of people who do. Luck to me is something else: hard work and realizing what is opportunity and what isn't. There is no substitute for hard work, 23 or 24 hours a day. And there is no substitute for patience and acceptance. It takes a strong fish to swim against the current. Even a dead one can float with it. Making money is art and working is art, and good business is the best art. To climb steep hills requires a slow pace at first. Always make a total effort, even when the odds are against you. Nothing works better than just improving your product. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. Leadership is the art of getting someone else to do something you want done because he wants to do it. You must not only aim right, but draw the bow with all your might. The road to easy street goes through the sewer. I can say the willingness to get dirty has always defined us as a nation, and it's a hallmark of hard work and a hallmark of fun, and dirt is not the enemy. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. I watched a small man with thick calluses on both hands work 15 and 16 hours a day. I saw him once literally bleed from the bottoms of his feet, a man who came here uneducated, alone, unable to speak the language, who taught me all I needed to know about faith and hard work by the simple eloquence of his example. The last 10% it takes to launch something takes as much energy as the first 90%. Luck can only get you so far. Being able to touch so many people through my businesses, and make money while doing it, is a huge blessing. I love those who can smile in trouble, who can gather strength from distress, and grow brave by reflection. It's hard work making movies. It's like being a doctor. You work long hours, very hard hours, and it's emotional, tense work. If you don't really love it, then it ain't worth it. A good traveler has no fixed plans, and is not intent on arriving. For me, the most fun is change or growth. There are definitely elements of both that I like. Launching a business is kind of like a motorboat: you can go very quickly and turn fast. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. The phrase, "press on," has solved and always will solve the problems of the human race. I don't look to jump over 7-foot bars, I look for 1-foot bars that I can step over. It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, it is because we do not dare that they are difficult. If you focus on results, you'll never change. If you focus on change, you'll get results. Your time is precious, so don't waste it living someone else's life. If you work just for money, you'll never make it, but if you love what you're doing and you always put the customer first, success will be yours. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. Time is what we want most, but what we use worst. Leadership is doing what is right when no one is watching. There is no elevator to success, you have to take the stairs. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. To think creatively, we must be able to look afresh at what we normally take for granted. Statistics suggest that when customers complain, business owners and managers ought to get excited about it. The complaining customer represents a huge opportunity for more business. All paid jobs absorb and degrade the mind. Hire character. Train skill. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. The winners in life think constantly in terms of I can, I will, and I am. Losers, on the other hand, concentrate their waking thoughts on what they should have or would have done, or what they can't do. If you don't set goals, you can't regret not reaching them. People don't believe what you tell them. They rarely believe what you show them. They often believe what their friends tell them. They always believe what they tell themselves. People who say it cannot be done should not interrupt those who are doing it. To be successful, you have to have your heart in your business, and your business in your heart. Every accomplishment starts with a decision to try. If something is important enough, even if the odds are against you, you should still do it. If you are willing to do more than you are paid to do, eventually you will be paid to do more than you do. I like thinking big. If you're going to be thinking anything, you might as well think big. If people like you, they'll listen to you, but if they trust you, they'll do business with you. Sometimes when you innovate, you make mistakes. It is best to admit them quickly and get on with improving your other innovations. A business has to be involving, it has to be fun, and it has to exercise your creative instincts. We generate fears while we sit. We overcome them by action. Fear is nature's way of warning us to get busy. Do what you love to do and give it your very best. Whether it's business or baseball, or the theater, or any field. If you don't love what you're doing and you can't give it your best, get out of it. Life is too short. You'll be an old man before you know it. A man should never neglect his family for business. If you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. You must either modify your dreams or magnify your skills. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. There's no shortage of remarkable ideas, what's missing is the will to execute them. A calm sea does not make a skilled sailor. Business opportunities are like buses, there's always another one coming. You only have to do a very few things right in your life so long as you don't do too many things wrong. Once you free yourself from the need for perfect acceptance, it's a lot easier to launch work that matters. I don't pay good wages because I have a lot of money, I have a lot of money because I pay good wages. Even if you are on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. Far and away the best prize that life offers is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. Don't worry about people stealing your ideas. If your ideas are any good, you'll have to ram them down people's throats. Change is not a threat, it's an opportunity. Survival is not the goal, transformative success is. The trick is in what one emphasizes. We either make ourselves miserable, or we make ourselves strong. The amount of work is the same. A business that makes nothing but money is a poor business. A meeting is an event at which the minutes are kept and the hours are lost. Never interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake. For all of its faults, it gives most hardworking people a chance to improve themselves economically, even as the deck is stacked in favor of the privileged few. Here are the choices most of us face in such a system: get bitter or get busy. This too shall pass. Fire the committee. No great website in history has been conceived of by more than 3 people. Not one. This is a deal breaker. Ideas in secret die. They need light and air or they starve to death. It takes more than capital to swing business. You've got to have the A. D degree to get by advertising, initiative, and dynamics. Business is more exciting than any game. In the business world, the rearview mirror is always clearer than the windshield. Performance-wise, you really need to be down in the trenches, you need to do the hard work, for a lot of reasons, to build yourself as a performer, to get a sense of the audience, to work hard and to wonder, do I really want to do this? Entrepreneurship is neither a science nor an art. It is a practice. Don't blame the boss. He has enough problems. The biggest temptation is to settle for too little. Smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. If you are not embarrassed by the first version of your product, you've launched too late. Courage is contagious. When a brave man takes a stand, the spines of others are stiffened. The rung of a ladder was never meant to rest upon, but only to hold a man's foot long enough to enable him to put the other somewhat higher. A ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are for.